The sunlight system that I covered in the previous video is historically older than the daylight system. This is more sophisticated, and it allows you to simulate the sun and the sky using different renderers. I'll create a daylight system, and it works the same way that the sunlight system was placed. You click and drag to create the compass rose. Let go of the mouse, and then you're setting the position of the sun. I'll move that over and click to set the orbital distance. Now it's done. Go to the Modify panel and you'll see that it's called a Daylight Assembly Head. This is like a top-level interface that allows you to select the type of sunlight that you want and the type of skylight that you want to simulate. Right now I have a standard sunlight and a standard skylight. That means that I have a directional standard light as my sun. And the skylight is controlled down here. The skylight represents light that's in the atmosphere, not coming directly from the sun, but coming from the scattered light due to water vapor in the air. It creates a much more subtle type of illumination. Notice that you can select from these other types of sun sources. The IES sun is good for a photometric rendering with the radiosity renderer, and the mental ray sun is good for the mental ray renderer. I'll be demonstrating these later on when we get into other types of renderers. But let's say that I'll choose an IES sun here. That will give me a photometric source for the sun. Notice if I try to change this, it stays locked at a particular value. That's because the intensity is controlled by the system. You need to set up your location. When I click this button, it's going to take me to the Motion tab, and then I need to get a location just like we did for the sunlight system. I'll choose Vancouver and then set a particular time of day and time of year. I also need to set the north direction, and I'll look at the compass rose to verify that north is going in the right direction. Here I've set it to 270 degrees, and you can also set the orbital scale. Now we can play with the time of day and time of year. And as I do that, it's actually altering the intensity of the sun. Right now it's about 94,000 lux. If I go back to the Motion tab and change the time of day, you'll see that the intensity has been altered here. So this is great because the sun's intensity is controlled by the location on the earth, the time of year, and the time of day. It's also controlled by the skylight that you've selected. I'm going to go up here and select IES Sky. You should really make these match, sun and sky. Now I'll go down here and locate the Ies Sky Parameters right here, and I have these 3 radio buttons I can choose from. On a clear day, the illumination is coming primarily from the sun. On a partly cloudy day, the sun's illumination is reduced by quite a lot, and more of the illumination would be coming from the sky, the scattered light in the sky. And on a cloudy day, there's no illumination coming from the sun. In fact, all of the illumination is coming from the sky. So this is a way that you can alter the balance of illumination coming from sun and sky. As you can see, this is a pretty sophisticated way of simulating the sun, and you can get accurate shadow studies with this, as well as accurate photometric lighting studies that can be conducted at a particular site on Earth at a particular time of year and time of day.